Hey, great Monday morning, everyone. Cesar Mascoro Jr. here with your 15 minutes to master. It's 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I am coming to you live from my Uber out here with Daryl. Daryl heading out to Mobile Home Masters. Going to spend the week out here with everyone, and they had a great weekend out in Des Moines, Iowa, with that group from Suncrest Capital getting the Empowering Community Managers program launched. Great group of people, about 15 about 10 community managers, and then another five of the office staff and support team that were there. And we got to speak a little bit more about how community managers can do a little bit more, how they can enhance their sales opportunities that they have there in their communities. And we were one of the topics we were discussing was how we can make a better connection. And I hope you can see me okay with the sun hitting here, but how we can make a better connection with our clients as we're talking to them while we're dealing with them. And part of it obviously is being able to build that trust that folks can have in us to be able to then allow us the opportunity to help them out. And so, with that being said, I found this quote from Zig Ziglar. It says that if people like you, they'll listen to you. But if they trust you, then they will do business with you. So important that we're able to build trust. But the thing is, how do we build trust, right? We're trying to help folks out with their homes. We're trying to help them become homeowners. We're trying to help them make the decision that they're trying to make. That's why they came to us in the first place, which is they're trying to be able to purchase the home that they're needing for themselves and their family. Well, folks, there's some simple steps that we go about in being able to build that trust that's needed on their behalf of us, right? But it all starts from the beginning, and it starts on the phones. It starts with our mannerism, our way of being on the phones when they're calling, when they're trying to find out about the home in the first place, and at the same time, what we speak about, what we talk about while we're on the phones, right? So, what are you asking? Are you simply trying to get the appointment? Are you simply trying to just get them on the when they call you? Or are you trying to take them from the phone call and trying to set the appointment because you want them to come in, which is obviously what we want them to do. There's actually a structure to the phone call to be able to build trust at the same time. And it's not that you're spending 15, 20 minutes with them on the phone. Okay. So you've got to make sure that you understand, and I put that here in the chat for you guys, that building trust starts on the phones. It's step number one for any housing consultant out there or community manager. Okay. And then from there, obviously we've got to figure out what is it that we can do now so that we can build trust once they come in to see us. Because as Zig Ziglar says, if they trust us, then they will do business with us, right? As I've mentioned before, and it's a common saying, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And we truly do care in helping families out to become homeowners, right? A lot of times people confuse the fact that you may be, they look at you as a salesperson, when in reality, you're truly a housing consultant, right? Nobody comes and just buying a home is different than buying a cell phone. Buying a home or a manufactured home is different than buying a gallon of milk at the grocery store. There's a lot of effort and work and paperwork and just things that need to get handled. And sometimes you've got to understand, sometimes folks confuse this and think because you're selling a manufactured home that, well, it's not the same as a site built home. And so they look at it transactionally as opposed to as if they came out to buy a site built home for whatever reason. A lot of folks consider that to be a different type of purchase when it's not. We still have to follow the same laws. We still have to follow the same criteria. There's still all the mortgage laws, Dodd-Frank, everything that you have to go through. So building that trust is key. And the next step after the phones, folks, it's going to come down to your interview. What are you doing during the interview process when they show up and you're actually getting to know them and speak to them? Again, are you going straight to business, or are you trying to build that relationship? Are you trying to build that rapport between you and that client and find out exactly why they're trying to buy a home? Not just what they want in a home, but why. Because everyone purchases a home with a specific reason or for a specific reason, right? Remember, people make decisions for one of two reasons, either to avoid pain or gain pleasure. And so you need to understand, is their situation one of pain that they're in now, or are they seeking pleasure? Is it maybe a secondary house? Is it maybe that it's a vacation home that they're buying, something they're putting down on another property? Or is something going on that they need to remedy? And you have the solution. They're coming to you to provide that solution to them. So the interview is so important in that you find out exactly why it is that they're trying to buy a home. And then at that point, okay, once you get to understand why they need the home, now you're doing everything with that in mind. Okay? Everything is centered around solving the problem. We don't sell a home, okay? The homes sell themselves. You're simply solving the problem, and because you solve the problem, you get the sale of the home. As long as it meets their needs, as long as it has what they're looking for, and most importantly, as long as it fits into their budget, then you're getting the sale of the home 9 times out of 10. However, you could find the right home. You could find the home that has everything that they want and everything that they need, and you can fit it into their budget. However, if you have not built trust between you and that client, you're probably not getting the sale. So you could do everything right, but fail to establish trust, and you're going to fail to get the business. And that's how important it is that we establish that trust, that we are truly being able to express to our clients why it is that we're there. And that's important. Don't forget that in the interview process. Explain to them your role in this whole situation. Explain why you're there and what your plan is for being their consultant, not to being a consultant. Consultant who is taking what they need and then providing the solution. And that's how you're going to build trust. More importantly, you're not going to do any of that. You're not going to ask the right questions. You're not going to speak the right way on the phone. You're not going to find out why it is that they're needing to buy a home and then try and provide the solution. If you don't start all of that with care, you have to care. You have to have empathy, because that is what's going to just truly make them understand that you are more all right. So finishing out, it starts with empathy. You've got to care, just like this sun in my face right here, right? You've got to care so that everyone who is in front of you, everyone who's on the phone with you, can feel it, can hear it, and in turn, you build that trust, and you can then help them solve the problem. You guys have a great Monday and have a great week. And as always, okay, as I like to end it, I can't wait to meet you.